Hi everyone, I'm back with another video. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I do a structured gel manicure. But this manicure is actually a fill. So this is a set I did before. Now these are my natural nails. I had them longer, but I had to cut them down. Right now, I'm just going to go ahead and file, remove everything that I had before. I don't remove the whole entire thing. I do leave it to where I could still see a little bit of the product on my fingernails. I don't thin out the gel as much. I'm just thinning them out enough to do a fill for the little area that grew out already. So once I remove everything, I dust everything off, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my orange wood stick. Now with my orange wood stick, I'm gonna go ahead and push back my cuticles and just uncover the new growth. Now once I do this, I'm gonna go ahead and just shape my natural nails. If you do need to cut down, then go ahead and cut them down. Now again, I just wanted to say I'm super sorry about the angle. I am trying to figure out how to place my device so it could be a better view. So here I am filing the nails on the sides, just shaping them up. I am going for like a round kind of shape. I usually go for like a very almond pointy type of shape, but for right now I'm just gonna go ahead with and do them all round. Once I'm done shaping the nails, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my buffer. Now the buffer I use to seal the free edge of my nail. When we're filing, we actually open the layers of the nail. So for example, our nails have like 100 layers. You're gonna go ahead and file with a very abrasive board for our nails. Now, since it's very abrasive, it's gonna go ahead and open the layers. Now what the buffer would do is the buffer is gonna go ahead and seal them. This literally prevents the polish from chipping or the gel polish from chipping, and it also prevents your natural nail from just chipping out of nowhere, or like you'll see the little layers pop up out of nowhere, they'll start chipping, breaking. So that's what the buffer is for. The buffer is to technically seal the edges, and the free edge of your natural nail. After you've already filed and everything, just go ahead and make sure you buff. Now another way to seal your edges after this is once you're polishing, you're going to go ahead and cap the free edge with the polish, and this will ensure no chipping. Now right here I am going to go in with the Max Estrada's cuticle bit. I am going to be using both of his cuticle bits here. This one I'm just going to go ahead and have it at a medium speed. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of file slash buff with the bit my sides, since my sides do tend to get very thick and calloused. So I am just gonna go around the cuticle area. I am not touching the nail plate. What I'm doing is I'm pushing back the cuticle with the bit. So this is basically gonna lift up the dead skin of the cuticle. If you do place it flat onto the natural nail, at a speed that's higher than usual, you will go ahead and just damage your natural nail. You're gonna remove more layers than you should. So the cuticle bits, I literally only use them for the cuticle. I don't really touch the natural nail plate with it. So here I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same thing for all nails, just making sure that I push them back. And when doing so, you're gonna go ahead and start seeing the cuticles kind of like lift the dead skin. It's gonna start lifting off, and doing this step is really good because you prevent lifting from that area, removing all the dead skin from the nail. If you put product over that, with time, as your nail starts to grow out, they'll start lifting, and that's one thing we don't want. We do not want lifting. As soon as you start noticing your nails are lifting, you have to either remove them or fill them and fix them, because lifting, if water gets underneath or anything like that, bacteria and then fungus, and you don't want none of that. So just make sure that this step that I'm doing, you are doing as well, making sure you're removing any dead skin off the nail plate and the cuticle. That way it prevents the lifting. Another thing I wanted to say is when I am using the cuticle bits, I do have it in forward when I am doing the left side of my cuticles. Now, when I go around towards the right side, I do place it in reverse, and that's just gonna go ahead and make it easier for you. It does lift off the cuticles way better like that. If not, you're gonna find yourself moving your hand in very weird positions and stuff just to make it comfortable. For example, myself, I am moving my hand so much, I just couldn't find a good position for my hand and for the camera to capture everything I was doing. But yeah, so right here you do see my cuticles, and you do see that little gap right there. That's the new growth. By pushing back your cuticles and doing the cuticle work and everything, you do see that you expose more of the growth, as to if you were not to be pushing back your cuticles and prepping them, you wouldn't be able to see that much growth. So by doing that, you do expose more of the growth. And here I'm just going in with my sanding band. It's very fine. I'm just gonna go ahead and remove all the pink that was left over and all the extra product that was left over in between. You do see my cuticles there. It is the white dead skin. I'm gonna go ahead with the second bit that I have. It's the cuticle bit from Max Estrada's. I'm gonna go ahead and place it at a medium speed, and I'm just gonna go around my cuticle and I'm gonna be removing that. As you can see, it comes right off. It doesn't hurt. Make sure that if you are doing it with someone else, you do ask them if they're comfortable, or if anything feels uncomfortable, to let you know. Just because sometimes, some people have more sensitive skin than others, so you just want to make sure that they're comfortable, and nothing is hurting them or anything. But yeah, so I'm just going to continue doing that to all of them. As you can see the white dead skin on my fingers, and I'm just going to go ahead right over that, and it just comes straight off. This is not supposed to hurt, again, guys, so make sure that you are not hurting yourself with this. I do have a lot of like hangnails and like dead skin on the sides and stuff. But yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that for the rest of the fingers. Now, in the meantime, I just wanted to say why I choose to do builder gel on my nails. Honestly, my nails break very easily, and the reason why I used builder gel on my manicure is because it gives it like a protectant on my natural nails. It helps them grow longer, just because that thicker gel actually gives it like a very nice protectant shield over it, to where it gives them enough time to grow out. Now with the builder gel, you're not gonna be soaking off your nails every 2 weeks, and it actually lasts from like 3 to 4 weeks depending as well. If you do play sports, you probably like break a nail or something, or if you wash dishes all the time, or it just depends on you, what you do and stuff. But you can get them filled, so you don't have to be soaking them off, and it lasts a while. It's not gonna last just 2 weeks, or last 3, 4, maybe even more. And you could get gel polish over it, or you could get regular polish. So now that I'm done doing the cuticle work, as you can see kind of like a gap that the bit created. I do have another bit. It's kind of like a polishing bit, and I go over my skin with it just so that it could look nice and smooth. But you could always use a buff and shine bit, buffer, I'm sorry, for this. Now right here, I'm just going to go ahead and dust them off. Now, even though I dusted off with my kabuki brush, I do still notice a little bit of dust in between. Now these are two little brushes kind of that I got from Amazon. I ordered in bulk. I do have the lip wand, and I have the other one. I don't know what it's called, but it's very tiny. Now the tiny one, I use it to clean in the cuticle area. The tiny one, I do get a little bit of alcohol. I'll go ahead and spray it, and I just go right around my cuticle area, and that's gonna help me remove anything that's left over, any dust or anything. Now my other brush, I actually use it to apply cuticle oil depending, or to apply primer or anything. It just depends on what else I could use it for. I don't always use it. I sometimes even use it for nail art. But yeah, the little small tiny one, I do use it to remove anything that's around the cuticle or anything that's underneath the nail. I'll tend to clean underneath the nail with it. But that's what I use the little brushes for, and I feel like they're very helpful too, because sometimes when it comes to gel, if you don't remove the dust particles that stayed behind, it does affect the look on your gel manicure. Now here I'm going in with the bonder, and I am going to be priming with the No Lift Nails Gentle Primer. For this primer, I use it only around the new growth. I don't do it on the whole entire nail. Remember, it is a fill, so I do have gel. So I'm just going to go ahead and do one coat of that. I don't really do much since it is a fill, but if I am doing a new set, I do go ahead with two. Now here I am using my Koopa gel base, and I also will be using the Passion color by OPI. Now for the structure gel, which is the builder gel, I'm going to be using Gelish Structure Clear, and for the top coat I'll be using the Koopa top coat. So for the gel base, I do apply the gel on the entire nail, even though I know I have some of the structure gel left over. I just do it, I don't know, they last longer like that for me. But I just want to make sure I don't miss my base coat on whatever nail I have exposed that doesn't have the structure gel on. So the new growth, for example, I'm going to go ahead and I know that by applying base coat, I'm going to go ahead and cover my new nail growth with that base gel. And I'm just going to go ahead and do that for all my fingernails. Now again, I don't think you need to do this step just because it is a fill, but I just decided to do it just because I want to cover my new nail growth. It's preference. If you want to do it, you could go ahead. If not, you could skip this step. I just always do it. It's just me. Okay, so I'm curing them, and now I'm gonna go ahead with my structure gel. This is the Gelish brand. I really love this brand. I've used other different brands, and I don't know, for some reason Gelish Builder Gel is, I don't know, it works best for me, and I really do like it. But yeah, so you could see it is thicker, and you can see it there. What I do is I do put a little bit like that, and I'm gonna go ahead and push it, kind of like rubbing the gel on my nail. I just feel like this method helps me get really, like really close and crisp to the cuticle area. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and brush on the gel on the rest of the nail, just like you would with any regular polish. Now, one thing I do is I cure my thumb before I do the other four. The reason why is because sometimes you tend to have your thumb kind of angled on the side inside the lamp. So the gel, it could probably run down to the cuticle or it won't cure fully. So I just tend to put my thumb in first, and then I'll go ahead and polish the rest of them and then cure those. Then on the second time, I'll just do all of them together, just because I know that I already have that kind of base layer on my nail, on my thumb, and I'm not gonna go in with a thicker amount. I'm gonna go in with like a nice and thin amount. So I'll probably go ahead and do like 2, 3, maybe even 4 thin coats of the structure gel. And this is just to give it more strength to my nails. I kind of like that thick, natural looking look. Some people want them very thin. So I'm just going to go ahead and put little by little small coats. Again, I do like 3, 4 max. I've never done more than 4, because you're also applying the color gel, and since you're applying the color gel, it's going to make it look thicker. And then on top of that, you are also applying the top coat. So 3, 4 coats of the structure gel is what works best for me, and I do them thin. I don't go in with like a thick amount. Now right here I am going to go ahead and grab my OPI Passion color. This is a very sheer, natural looking color. It has a little nice tint of natural pink. So I'm going to go ahead and use this color. I'm just going to go ahead, polish them, cure them, and then I'll top coat them. Now before I cure my polish, I'm going to go ahead and grab my orange wood stick. On the pointy side and even on the flat side, you could go ahead and use both sides to remove any gel that has gone into your cuticle area or onto your skin. Now that I cured them, this is how my structured gel manicure fill looks like, and we're done. Thank you everyone for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please like, comment, subscribe, and again, I am sorry about the angles. I am gonna work on that. Till next time. Bye.